Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and today on the last Gen Xer, I want to talk about my t-shirt. What is it, you might say? Well, it is Tecmo Bowl Touchdown Bills Thurman Thomas. Now, I got this t-shirt through Homage, but growing up in the 80s and 90s, when as a football fan, when Tecmo came out with the original Tecmo Bowl, it was groundbreaking. We had football games before. Atari had its potato sack looking guys, four on a side. Real Sports Football had, I think, maybe five on a side. And then Nintendo came out with play action football with a diagonal field, which was really weird, and John Elway's quarterback, which was kind of cool, especially if you knew how to use the reverse play. But when Tecmo Bowl came out in 19, I believe 89, and of course, if you were lucky enough to be able to choose the Raiders and Bo Jackson, actually, sorry, it wasn't the Raiders. They didn't have the NFL license, but they had the NFLPA license, so you had Bo Jackson. But if you were lucky enough to be able to choose the Raiders, he was unstoppable. However, for me, that game was kind of disappointing because, like Seattle was wearing pink uniforms. None of the logos were there. They weren't the real teams. But when Tecmo Super Bowl came out with the 1990 rosters for 1991 season, that was a game changer. And for my brother and I playing Tecmo Super Bowl, we spent hours on hours playing that game, running through full seasons. And it was always the 91 schedule, so I have the 1991 Buffalo Bills schedule memorized. They had dialed Bo Jackson back a little, and other running backs like Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, Thurman Thomas were just as powerful and just as great. Eric Dickerson. There were a couple issues. Three quarterbacks, Bernie Kosar, Randall Cunningham, and Jim Kelly weren't on the game, so they were QB Bills, QB Eagles, and QB Browns. But still, being able to use actual NFL rosters, being able to substitute your plays, being able to play a full season with the playoffs, and okay, maybe it wasn't 100% accurate when it came to like the certain rules and stuff, but Tecmo Super Bowl, Tecmo football in general was game changer. And for those of us of a certain age, we would spend a ton of hours. I have found that they have updated the rosters. You can download them online and play a newer version with the 2024 season and rosters, all 32 teams. I don't know if they have a 14-team playoff or still a 12-team playoff, but it's definitely worth it if you're an old school Tecmo Bowl fan like I am. So tell me what you think in the comments, and until next time, hut, 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 hut.